Alright, here we are with the final comic book of this episode. We have Doomsday Clock, number 5. And actually, my wife helped me pick out this cover because they had a variant cover where it was just an x-ray of a human skull. And so when we went to buy it at Earth 2 Comics in Sherman Oaks, by the way, that's where I get like 95% of my comics. Check them out, they're in Sherman Oaks. Anyway, whenever I went to buy this Doomsday Clock number 5, there were 2 covers that have been released. There's this one with the Joker's face, and then the second variant had an x-ray of just a generic human skull. I think it might have been Lex Luthor's face, but it was really hard to tell. Anyway, I asked my wife was with me. She's amazing. She always comes to my comic book stuff with me. Guys, find a person like my super cute wife. Anyway, we had a really good time picking it out. And she was like, I don't really like either of the covers. Well, in that case, I'll just get the one with the Joker. So that never fails. So as you know, this series is bringing the Justice League together with the Watchmen. There's a new Rorschach, who his origin is explained in further detail in issue 4, I think. And it's a pretty good series. I'm enjoying it. I really felt like issues 3 and 4 were filler. Like they didn't really advance the story, but this one picks it up. So there are these new kind of Watchmen themed characters. I'm gonna try to find a good. There's a couple of small pictures because they do the artwork, the panels the way the Watchmen was, and there's this older gentleman who. Oh, here we go. So this is them, the Marionette and the Mime, and they're these 2 psychopathic husband and wife, and they're in Gotham City. They've been kind of let loose on Gotham City by Ozymandias, and they're trying to find the Joker because some of Joker's thugs tried to kill them. So needless to say, hence why Joker's on this cover. You also find out, and if you haven't read this, spoiler alert, but they find out that the comedian was actually saved by Dr. Manhattan. And we don't really know why, but he has appearances in this. This older gentleman is looking for something, and you can't really find what. But when you find out what it is, it's really interesting. It's got some pretty interesting twists and turns. One thing I noticed about this, and I'm curious if this is going to connect to Convergence in the DC Rebirth, but Batman is seen talking with Ozymandias in this series. And one interesting thing about Batman, I'm trying to find a good picture. You can see it. He's wearing his New 52 costume. He's not wearing his DC Rebirth one, which is the one that's being featured in his solo comic book as well as Detective Comics and even in the Justice League. So, really curious about that. I wonder what direction they go, but as far as I can tell, they're doing a fantastic job with this series. And I'm looking forward to seeing what is next with Doomsday Clock.